In a far-flung village of the Pakistan, Southeast Asian country, inside the native village of Punjab, there lived a bright and curious girl named Layla. Village chief name is Chowdhury Hassan Akhtar. Layla had a wild imagination and a heart full of dreams. She always represented her village, and Chief Hassan Akhtar was happy with her achievements. She loved exploring the meadows and forests around her home, always looking for new adventures. Chief wife, Razia Hassan, always took care of her. One sunny morning, as Layla was wandering through the woods, she stumbled upon a peculiar sight. Razia Hassan was worried about Layla. There, between two towering oak trees, was a shimmering archway made entirely of light. Colors danced and twirled in the air, forming a beautiful rainbow that stretched high into the sky. Wow! Layla gasped, her eyes wide with wonder. She stepped closer, her curiosity piqued. As she reached out to touch the archway, she felt a gentle tug, and before she knew it, she was pulled through the rainbow and into another world. Layla found herself in a magical place filled with vibrant colors and delightful sounds. She looked around in awe. Everywhere she turned, she saw flowers of every hue, trees with sparkling leaves, and animals she had only read about in fairy tales. Butterflies with wings like stained glass fluttered past her, and birds sang the sweetest melodies. "Welcome to Rainbow Valley," chirped a cheerful voice. Layla turned to see a tiny fairy with glittering wings hovering beside her. "Hello, my name is Layla. Who are you?" she asked, smiling at the fairy. "I am Twinkle, guardian of Rainbow Valley," the fairy replied. "We have been waiting for someone like you to help us. Our valley is in trouble, and only a true adventurer can save it." Layla's eyes sparkled with excitement. "I'd love to help. What do I need to do?" Twinkle led Layla through the valley, explaining the situation. "The heart of the rainbow, which gives life and color to our valley, has been stolen by the mischievous shadow sprites. Without it, the colors will fade, and our home will lose its magic." Layla felt a surge of determination. "Let's find the heart of the rainbow and bring it back." Twinkle nodded and handed Layla a small, enchanted map. "This map will guide you to the shadow sprite's lair. But be careful, the journey will be challenging." Layla and Twinkle set off on their quest, following the map through enchanting forests and over sparkling rivers. Along the way, they encountered many wonderful creatures. They met a wise old owl named Oliver, who gave them riddles to solve. They befriended a family of rabbits who showed them secret tunnels under the hills. They even rode on the backs of friendly unicorns, who guided them through dense, magical fog. As they traveled deeper into the heart of Rainbow Valley, the colors began to fade, and the once vibrant landscape turned dull and gray. Layla's determination grew stronger. "We must be getting close," she said, glancing at Twinkle, who nodded in agreement. Finally, they reached the entrance to the Shadow Sprite's lair, a dark cave hidden behind a waterfall. Layla took a deep breath and stepped inside, with Twinkle by her side. The cave was cold and damp, and eerie whispers echoed through the tunnels. Using the enchanted map, Layla navigated through the winding passages until they reached a large chamber. There, in the center of the room, was a dark crystal, pulsing with an ominous light. Surrounding it were the shadow sprites, mischievous creatures with glowing eyes and shadowy forms. Layla stepped forward bravely as she remembers the advice of Mrs. Razia Hassan. The shadow sprites hissed and snarled, but Layla stood her ground. She remembered the lessons she had learned from the wise owl, the clever rabbit, and the gentle unicorns. Using her wit and courage, she began to solve the puzzles that protected the crystal. One by one, the barriers fell away, and Layla reached out to touch the dark crystal. As soon as her fingers made contact, a burst of light filled the chamber. The shadows melted away, and the crystal transformed into the heart of the rainbow, glowing with brilliant colors. With the heart of the rainbow in her hands, Layla and Twinkle hurried back to the valley. As they placed the heart in its rightful spot, the colors returned, more vibrant and beautiful than ever before. The flowers bloomed, the trees sparkled, and the animals danced with joy. "Thank you, Layla," Twinkle said, her eyes shining with gratitude. "You have saved Rainbow Valley." Layla smiled, feeling a warm glow of happiness. "It was an amazing adventure. I'm glad I could help." As the sun set, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, Layla knew it was time to return home. Twinkle waved her wand, and the shimmering archway of the rainbow appeared once more. "Goodbye, Layla. Remember, you are always welcome in Rainbow Valley," Twinkle said. Layla stepped through the archway and found herself back in the woods near her village. She looked around, half expecting the magical valley to reappear. Though it didn't, she felt a sense of contentment knowing that a piece of that magic would always be with her. From that day on, whenever Layla wandered through the meadows and forests, she carried the spirit of adventure and the magic of Rainbow Valley in her heart. In the end, all people, including village chief, Mr. Hassan Akhtar and his wife, Mrs. Razia Hassan, and their granddaughters, Winaya Hassan and Aisha Hassan, were happy with Layla.